This video is brought to you by Ageless Geeks.
Cowabunga dudes and dudettes, this is Anthony, aka BatBomb82, and today I'll be doing a review of the 2019 New York Comic Con exclusive Green Lantern and Yellow Lantern Predator from NECA. Now take a look at the front. We can see that both figures are in a black box, with the Green Lantern and Predator emblems at the center. Opening the lid, we can see that both figures are in a window box packaging, surrounded by all their accessories and interchangeable parts. So with the box out of the way, let's crack these figures open and see what we have inside. And here are both figures out of the box. And man, what an incredible set from NECA. I absolutely love the DC figures that they've given us, and I'm super stoked to add Green Lantern to those ranks. But giving us a Yellow Lantern Predator is mind-blowing, and I'm still in shock that we even have that as an actual thing. This is so freaking awesome, and I cannot wait to check them out with you guys. But before we take a closer look at both figures, let's take a closer look at their accessories. So with this box set, we do get a ton of accessories. Starting off with Predator, we get an unmasked head, 4 interchangeable hands, a yellow construct glaive, sword, and spear. And for Green Lantern, we get an interchangeable head, a Green Lantern, 3 green constructs, and 4 interchangeable hands. So with the accessories out of the way, let's take a closer look at Green Lantern and Yellow Lantern Predator. Alright guys, now I'm going to start things off with Green Lantern here, and super excited that we got another DC character from NECA. I don't know how much longer that's going to go, considering things going on next year with McFarlane. This is so awesome, dude. I love this so much. Again, I really wish NECA had gotten the DC license. That would have been incredible, because this guy is amazing. And all their DC figures that they've done in recent years, especially with this whole crossover wave, has just been insane. So everything about this guy looks fairly simple. I love how it's pretty much keeping it to the traditional like Green Lantern look, with the green and black suit, you know, the white gloves, you got the green boots here. Fairly simple, love it so much. Again, very old school, just straight up classic Green Lantern, and that's really what I wanted. Nothing crazy with this. Looks really good. Nice tampering for the actual Green Lantern logo right there on the chest. Looks really good. And then we have an actual Green Lantern ring on the fist right here, which looks really nice. Dig that a lot. But let's check out the head sculpt here. The head sculpt looks so killer in my opinion. The paint looks fairly good for the most part. The mask looks good. The gritty mouth looks really nice. The hair with a darker wash in there looks really cool. But what we also get, which is so awesome to me, we get a second head sculpt, that being of John Stewart. That's dope, man. So that looks incredible too. You got the 5 o'clock shadow, just the wrinkles in the face, and everything about the structure of that looks awesome. He's got the bright green eyes. I dig that. That is so rad. Very cool how they included that as a whole nother character, so you could have the option to display either or. For people like me, man, I really want a second figure now, just so I could have both lanterns and display, because that is so cool how they did that. Just getting both of these characters in there, just really awesome, man. Really got to try and track me down a second Green Lantern figure, but still very cool looking. Okay, now let's check out his accessories. So I've already shown you the extra head. We do got a gripping hand for his left side. Then we do get another ring slinging hand for his right side. So what you're going to do, you're just going to unpeg this like so. Keep in mind, there's a lot of paint around the actual pegs for all these hands. I'll get my camera to focus on this a bit. So as I was interchanging these out in and out like that, there was a lot of paint chipping off. Don't we worry about that too much. It's just about the paint on the actual peg and on the inside. It's just kind of peeling off, and that's gonna happen, but it's not too bad, and I really don't worry about it at all. So now we're going to take on the other hand like so. Put that one on right there. And you can see this one actually has a peg hole, which is really cool. This is going to be for your different effects. So we do have this little like burst effect like this. Get this pegged on there like so. If we can get it actually on there and like so. So we got just like a little Green Lantern flash, a little flash or light or a little spark of Green Lantern light, which like that, which is pretty cool. I dig that a lot. I love stuff like that. We also get like the starburst, which I've seen with other Green Lantern figures like that green construct, that little sparkle. I dig that a lot, man. I might display him specifically with that effect. I just think that looks so cool. Nice translucent green, works out really, really good, and it holds in there very nice. Then we also do get this beam effect. Now you can peg this one in just like that, and it has this beam with a little blast right there at the very edge. I think it looks so cool. What I do like, and the same thing with the Superman eye beams that we got, this actually is pretty sturdy, and it's a thick enough plastics to where I don't feel like it's gonna warp because it's not so heavy, and it's sturdy, and it's gonna stick, and I just think that's so dope, man. They did a really good job with these effect pieces. I love that they included so many of them too. Instead of just like one, they included like 3 of them, and that's really, really cool, and I appreciate that. The last accessory we get with this guy is an actual Green Lantern. That's really cool. The sculpture of that looks really nice. Got the lighter colors inside. Looks really cool. This handle, it's weird because it's almost like a really soft, rubbery type plastic, and it doesn't really seem to want to like move and adjust. It kind of seems like it's always tilted back at that angle, so you can't really pose it around like I would hope. And it's tricky because when you put this in the gripping hand, I fear that I'm going to end up tearing this because it's such a soft, thin plastic. I feel like I'm going to snap it. So just be very mindful when you're messing with this because that could possibly happen. But it's still very cool, a very cool inclusion with this set. Alright, now let's check out his articulation. So, as with a lot of NECA stuff, you're going to want to loosen these guys up with whatever your method may be. I personally run it under hot water to loosen up the joints and play with them a bit. They still can be stiff here and there. You're just going to kind of want to go back and forth and adjust things as you see fit. So the head's on a ball joint, so it rolls around really nice, turns left and right, up and down. I wish it could go up a little more, but that's still pretty decent for what you get, and bobble side to side. Arms and go full 360, up and out that far, rotation at the bicep. We got a double jointed elbow, rotation at both wrists as well as hinge at the wrist. We got ab crunch forward like that, back about that far, rotation at the waist, hip joints that kick forward that far, rotation in the upper thigh. We got a double jointed knee, and again, this is one of those things that's just super tight. Let me see, probably try this side a little better. There we go. Kick himself in his own butt, so that's pretty good. Rotation at the boot, ankles go up, down, very nice ankle rocker, and we do get toe articulation. So articulation is very good. Again, you're really just going to want to loosen these guys up because, you know, as a lot of us know, NECA stuff can break, so just be very careful. Once you loosen them up, he is butter. Alright guys, now let's take a closer look at the Yellow Lantern Predator. Are you kidding me? I still can't believe we got this, because when NECA showed promo images of this early on, of this character, I legit thought it was fake. But I'm holding it in hand and almost still don't believe it's real. I'm so happy with this. I could not be more excited. A Yellow Lantern Predator, dude, that's so dope to me. I love it. So let's check this guy out because I'm going to Google over this guy. The helmet looks so awesome. It's a very more old school traditional type of mask. I dig that a lot. And the texture in there just looks really good. And the dreads all look awesome. If we go down to the chest area, all the circuitry under there and the armor looks really good. I love how it's yellow, but it has this black wash in there with the Yellow Lantern logo in the center of the chest. All looks really nice. Now, I'm not sure. Obviously, a lot of these parts is just a mix and mesh of a bunch of different parts from all the different Predators that they've done over the years. Maybe you guys can tell me specifically like what armor this is from. Like this chest piece and skirt piece are probably from different Predators. You know, same thing with these arm guards and things like that. They're probably all from different types of Predators. They just mixed and mashed and then painted it yellow and black, and there you go. And dude, that's all I needed. That's freaking awesome. So the skin underneath is just simple black. You know, a lot of the Predators you see with different colored textures and things like that. I like this choice of just a straight up black on that. It works perfectly. The skirt piece looks really nice. Again, that black wash in there with the yellow and the silver accents look so freaking good. These arm guards look awesome. The little spikes on the knuckles. What's really cool is that even on like the hand here for this, we actually get a yellow lantern ring on there. You see that? And it actually is a translucent yellow plastic. Then the outside of it's painted like this yellowish gold, which is really cool. So I dig this, man. So freaking cool. I love all of this. Look at the sculpt again that NECA puts into their figures is wild, dude. They just go all out. That little hand blaster thing. This thing doesn't seem to want to come off. I know this is a weapon that they can use, and we don't even get the hand to use this type of weapon, but it looks like it's kind of glued in place. So, I mean, you probably could take it off if you wanted to. I don't want to, but it is there. Same thing on the back right here. We have another one right here on the back of his belt. Again, cannot be removed. But what's really cool is that all his weapons, like his shoulder cannon, back cannon, is a yellow lantern construct done in this really cool yellow plastic. That's genius, dude. It's freaking genius. I love that. And you can actually move this around. It hinges like so, and it does turn around side to side and go up and down. You can rest it back there. I think that's so dope. I love this, man. This has got to be one of my favorite figures of the year, honestly, because this is just so unique and different to me, and it works perfectly. All right, now let's check out his accessories. So we actually do get an interchangeable head. We do get an unmasked head, which is more your standard Predator face, which looks really cool. The mandibles, again, I love the sculpt that Mezco has done with their Predator faces. So intricately detailed, so intricately painted. The eyes look amazing and just creepy and scary. The mandibles, the hair, all that looks amazing. It works out very well. So you can just take this off. It's pretty easy with the Predators. Got pretty much a little straight peg like that. And we can pop on the unmasked head like so. Get it on there like that. And there you go. I mean, that looks dope, man. I love that they even included a second unmasked head because that gives a little more character to me. I think that's so awesome. So I'm gonna take that one off because I mostly want the mask on because it just looks so cool. Love this, dude. Love this so much. Okay, so we do get two gripping hands, one for each side. We also do get an extra open palm hands for each side. And you can see on this one here, it does have the yellow lantern ring as well. Let me see if I can get my camera to focus on that a bit. And again, you could actually see the actual yellow lantern logo on there. Again, in that clear yellow plastic, and the outside of it is like painted. So that's really cool. The detail on all these in the inside just looks awesome. Love this, man. Love this so much. We also do get his glaive weapon here, his like throwing glaive star ninja star, whatever you want to call it, done in that translucent yellow. Again, genius, very cool. You can kind of like pinch this between the fingers to hold, and he will hold it fairly nicely. We also do get this super long spear, which is wild. Again, in that translucent yellow with that more axe tip. I think that's so dope. Oh man, I love this so much. Everything about this figure is just, it's speaking to me in a spiritual way, and I love it so much. We also do get a sword back here. So we have a sword holster back here like that, again, in that yellow. And it can take the sword out like that. And it is done in that translucent yellow. And again, I know even these weapons are from different Predators, but it's cool getting them in this form with like they're meant to look like yellow constructs. I think that's so awesome, dude. So we could take this and put it in his either one of his hands, really. Get it in there, and he holds onto it very nicely, and that's just so cool to me, man. Oh, NECA, you touched my heart. All right, now let's check out his articulation, and surprisingly with this guy, that's one thing I liked about him too right away. His articulation was just so buttery. It flowed perfectly. Nothing was super stiff. He just felt perfect out of the package, and that made me love him even more. Now, that's not to say all your figures will be the exact same way. I'm just saying mine was, and I appreciate it. So the head does turn left and right. You can do up and down, wobble side to side, roll around a tiny bit. Arms go full 360. With the shoulder pads are on a separate little piece like that on the arm. They're softer plastic, so you go up and out. Rotation at the bicep, double jointed elbows, rotation at the glove here, rotation at the wrist, as well as a hinge at the wrist. We get a double ball peg that goes into his chest and to his lower crotch area, so that rolls around, does turn left and right, pivot side to side, and crunches back and forth. We got hip joints that kick forward that far, back all the way, splits out that much, rotation in the upper thigh. We got a double jointed knee. We got rotation at the, nothing at the boot, but we do get a ball joint at the ankle, so it goes up and or side to side, up and down, and a good ankle rocker. So overall, I am in love with this thing. It is so much fun. It's so cool. It's so unique, and it works out so well. NECA, in my opinion, hit a home run with this action figure. So for a quick size comparison, here they are sitting next to a Marvel Legends Deadpool figure, as well as a DCUC Batman figure. Also for comparison, here's Green Lantern standing next to Batman and Superman, also from NECA. And for your Predator comparison, here he is standing next to the Predator from San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Predator and Armored Batman 2-pack. And just for fun, here they are standing next to little Lego Bat Bomb. So there it is, guys, my review of the New York Comic-Con exclusive Green Lantern and Yellow Lantern Predator 2-pack. Now overall, I think both of these figures are amazing, and NECA has done something very special. I am super stoked that we got another DC character that in Green Lantern, and he is so well done. Those interchangeable constructs are so cool, and I love the extra head, and it really makes me want to go hunt down a second figure just so I could display John Stewart amongst the ranks. Now that Yellow Lantern Predator is something amazing. I am so happy with this. This is one of those things that just touches my soul. Having a Predator as a Yellow Lantern is crazy, but it works so well. It's something that I cannot believe that we actually have now. Getting a Predator in those yellow suit with those yellow clear constructs into his weapons is so freaking awesome. I love it so much. So if you love these designs like I do, if you love NECA toys, and if you just want some really badass action figures, then I think this set is definitely a must get. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.